Hey YouTube, Truth here. I apologize for the month-long absence. I had exams and a lot of projects, but now I'm finished, and hopefully I should be able to make more videos now that I'm on break. So I wanted to cover a recent story that has made viral on forums like Reddit and 4chan, which is that a man committed suicide in a Chinese mall when his girlfriend asked him to go look at another shoe store with her after they had been shopping for 5 hours. And they were having an argument because he said that, you already have enough shoes, you don't need more. And she accused him of being a penny pincher and spoiling Christmas for her. Apparently, this whole argument, which was watched by bystanders and all, drove him over the edge, and he jumped off 7 stories and consequently died as a result. To be honest, I am slightly skeptical about this article. Not that I don't think it's true, it obviously is. People have seen it. A lot of people have recorded it on their iPhones, and there's, I think, video feed of it. But I think what is a little bit murkier in detail is why the man committed suicide. I don't simply believe that it was just because they were shopping for too long and she just drove him crazy because of that. No, I think most sane people in that situation would just walk away or break up with that partner. But something tells me that there are a lot of details about the victim and the relationship with his girlfriend that haven't been released to the public yet. It could very well be a possibility that that was the final straw that broke the camel's back and it just drove him insane. Maybe that was an accumulation of prior events in which the couple has argued before, and maybe it really did drive him to the deep end. I think that's a more likely scenario than, oh, I'm tired of shopping, so fuck you, I'm just going to jump and commit suicide. But of course, that's just my personal opinion. You can feel free to disagree if you want. As for the finer details of the story, if I were to assume that every part of the story is true, I think I want to discuss a few things about women being shopaholics. Now, I know not all women are like this. Not all men would be so overdramatic and would do such drastic things when put in such a situation. And hell, maybe some men like shopping with their girlfriends. I'm not going to generalize one way or another, but I think that it's a fair claim to make that a lot of people in this country are like that. A lot of people are shopaholics, and a lot of people will drag their significant other with them to go shopping. So, for any of you like this in my audience, can you please explain to me why people do this? Why would you drag your significant other to an event or to go shopping or whatever if they are clearly not interested in the same things you are? I mean, haven't you heard of a thing called compromise? Like, can't you do something that you both are mutually interested in? If you are boyfriend and girlfriend and you have nothing in common, I really highly doubt that relationship is going to last anyway if you don't have anything in common. So don't tell me you don't have anything in common, because most people do. At the very least, if you're going to drag your significant other to do something he or she's not interested in, why don't you compromise and say, oh, well, okay, I'm going to take you to something that you're not particularly interested in, and maybe I can go to some event which I may not be particularly interested in, but I'll go with you anyway. And trust me, I can definitely relate to this guy's frustration. I mean, I wouldn't say I would go so far as to commit suicide over this. I would not push the boundaries that much, but I can definitely relate to that frustration. And I think a lot of people can as well. So please, is there any good reason why you have to drag your loved ones along to something that they are not personally interested in? Unless you're trying to strike a compromise between you two in order to spend time with each other, I don't think there is. And to be honest, from what it seems like, it doesn't honestly seem like this girlfriend was reasonable enough to strike a compromise with the guy in this instance. I have to say, concluding from just the way the girl insisted on going to one more store after 5 straight hours of shopping, does not seem like she's a reasonable person. To my viewers, I ask you this question. Is it really so selfish of me to suggest that if I am not interested in something that I don't have to go? Like, assuming that it was not mandatory, assuming it wasn't concerned with like the health or finances of my family or my girlfriend or whatever. Is it so selfish of me to say, honey, I don't feel like going. Go on your own. Take a friend with you. Go with that girlfriend you haven't seen in like 3 years. I don't feel like going. Is that so bad? May the truth always be heard.